Alright guys, we're back in Act 6.3.6. This is one of those fights that I just don't think I ever soloed, and if I did, I didn't have it recorded. It is this Captain America Infinity War. Crit me with your best shot, so you have to crit. Destructive feedback, so that means you're only doing damage part of the time, and then it gets stored and then it put onto him. Aggression Fury, if you wait too long and then you get hit, even if you block when you can block, you're going, and he has too many furies, you're taking a ton of block damage. And Surging Vengeance, he goes in order from Special 1, Special 2, Special 3. You need a way to mitigate this. You can go in with a Hit Monkey and, like with Heimdall on your team, get as much damage as you can in right away. And then, hopefully you can put in a lot of damage. Same with like a Corvus. You might be able to get off one Special 2 to take some of his power away, but he's going to get to that Special 3. Two of the best options in terms of preventing the Special 3 is She-Hulk has access to Taunt, and this Spider-Man Stark Enhanced has access to Taunt. So what I'm going to do on here, and this is how I've normally done it, is I'm going to try and hit into him, back off, and again, as I'm at the same time that I'm backing off and evading, I'm getting poise charges, so I'll actually be doing some crits, and I have access to Taunt there. When a Taunt is active, then he's more likely to throw his specials. So there I can actually, keep reapplying the taunt. If you stand still and idle, you can refresh the taunt in exchange for one of your poise charges. And you can go ahead, and I'm going to use the special one and power drain him. But again, one of the things that's kind of missing from in all the updates that they've done, and I'd really like to see it here, is to actually have a timer for when your EMP is ready again. The EMP being the ability to power drain on your heavy goes down for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. So you have to, between one, and the only time you can see it is on the left side of the screen. In yellow, it's going to say EMP web ready, which is what it just said on the screen. So you have to pay attention to that. So then I can go ahead, I can intercept with a special one, which is a guaranteed stun, and I can throw that nice heavy attack to power drain him. So it's a combination of doing that the entire time, hitting into his block. I really do not want to take any blocked hits whatsoever. If you're going to take a blocked hit, you want to take it when the yellow shield timer, which is the destructive feedback timer, is not active. Because if you're hitting him now while destructive feedback is going and then you touch him, it's it. Game over. The fight is done. You're toast. So there, I did take I did take a blocked hit there, but it was when the yellow timer was on cooldown. When the destructive feedback is on cooldown, that's fine. Now it's back. Once I start putting hits into him, I do not want to get touched. And there are so many times where this fight can get out of hand really easily. And I know that since I've gone back and tried to do some of these Act 6 boss fights again, I know I've gotten to this fight. I tried it with Stark Spider-Man, and it did not go very well. So it can be very frustrating. A lot of guys will say find a big crit heavy champion and a bunch of revives. And there's nothing wrong with that. That could be that, when you get to this fight, if you don't have this character, you have someone like a Hit Monkey who can do a lot of crit damage really fast. I definitely used that one time, I think, for one of my fights. Bring in a Heimdall, go ahead, just make sure that when he gets to a special one, that you bait that special one. If you skip to special 2, then he might not. Then you kind of get stuck because you want him to throw special 1, then special 2, then special 3. So if you have someone like a Heimdall on your team, you can tank that special 3. So I know I once did one with like Hit Monkey. I got it. I tried to build up to a special 2, let him do his special 1, his special 2. I got my special 2 off. Then I went ahead, tried to build up to a special 2 again. Took the special 3 with Heimdall that I recovered from because there's no like bleeds or damage over time from the special 3, and then go ahead and get a few more hits in. So those are always good options. I know She-Hulk, definitely, if you're a great She-Hulk player, she's got access to taunt, but it can be an extremely difficult fight. I still found that the Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, if you have him, I know he's available now as a 5 and a 6-star, so if you're lucky to have the 6-star, this fight will go even faster. I've got him here as a 565. And I just know that one of the hardest things is just knowing that when you have the EMP web ready. knowing that, like, just paying attention to that can be just difficult on its own. I know when I was doing this fight, there were a couple points where I'm like, is it ready? I wasn't quite sure, and I threw a heavy attack, and I think there was one point late in this fight where I threw the heavy attack and it didn't power drain him, and then luckily I was able to get another taunt on, and he was able to throw his special too. But it can be a very tricky fight. I know lots of guys are always asking about this one. Another point that I can say is there is a path that is now with new champions that come into the game and new abilities and new synergies. There is a path that does not have very difficult champions, except that all everything is like reverse controls. So right now there are a lot more champions in the game that are immune to reverse controls. I believe there's Mr. Sinister, you got Professor X, and if you have Overseer, has a synergy with Gladiator Hulk, Immortal Hulk, and I can't remember if it's the regular Hulk as well, which will make, if you combine Overseer with any one of them, they're all immune to reverse control. So I believe if you saw at the beginning, if you go to the beginning here, I actually was prepared to do this fight with Hitmonkey as well, just to kind of tag team it with Hitmonkey and Stealth Suit Spider-Man, but then I was lucky enough to actually get a solo here, which was, I was obviously I want it, but I wasn't expecting it. But I used, to get up that path, I used Professor X, Overseer, and Immortal Hulk, and it just makes that path, at least for the initial clear, super easy. Again, if you have those champions, there are a lot more of those champions available in the game today that were not available when obviously this content first came out. So here we go. We're almost done with this fight. I'm going to let it play out. Really happy that I actually got the solo here. I hope my talk through this fight helps you out, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.